UFC Fight Night is back. Obviously, we are in Australia this week. There's been so much boxing going on this week. I'm now happy to talk about the UFC because UFC Australia is an absolute banger of a card. We're going to be talking about 4 big fights, so let's get into it with the main event. In the welterweight division, we've got the former welterweight champion Della Maddalena, ranked number 1, going against ranked number 5, Carlos Prates. Now, this fight is going to be an absolute banger. I'm absolutely stoked for it. I feel like it's going to be an all-out war, a stand-up masterclass for both guys. I think we're in for a treat. And this one, I'm like, yeah, this one can't fail to be boring. This is going to be a really good, hopefully, 5-round war. And I've got one of my mates coming over for it. His favourite fighter is Carlos Prates. One of my favourite fighters is Della Maddalena. So it's going to be an interesting one. But you know how we do it here. We're going to talk about Jack first, then we're going to talk about Carlos. So let's get into it. So Della Maddalena, great boxing, great striking, probably some of the best boxing inside the UFC. I think he's actually a bit underrated when it comes to the boxing. His body work and that, and mixing it to the head body is some of the best I've seen inside UFC. He's obviously a former champion as well. He was the last champion before. I'll get into who beat him in a minute. But his record, 18-3, with 12 big wins by knockout, 2 submissions and 8 first-round finishes. Listen, this guy can punch. This guy can throw it all together. He ain't no slouch when it comes to the striking. He is good, and especially when it comes to the grappling as well. His grappling is not awful. His big wins, Kevin Holland. That one was a bit controversial. You could have gave it to Kevin. You could have gave it to Jack. Gilbert Burns, when Gilbert Burns was still actually good. He was getting dominated, to be fair, from round 1, 2, and 3. And luckily, I think in the last 2 minutes of round 3, Burns went for a takedown. Jack threw a knee, wobbling him, and then got the ground and pound. But his biggest win, I would probably say, was when he won the belt against Belal Muhammad. Listen, at the time, like it or not, Belal Muhammad was the best guy in the world. Belal was going through everyone. He was like good win after good win after good win. Legit worked his way to that belt. And Jack put on an absolute striking clinic on Belal. I think Belal's tactics going into that fight was completely wrong. But listen, that's a really good fight to go watch as well. Give it a watch. Some of the striking exchanges between it, even Belal did quite well, to be fair, not really being a striker. It was entertaining. It was good. And then his only loss inside the UFC is to Islam Makhachev. What's not really that bad when he's the pound-for-pound number 1 best fighter in the world. The only problem is Islam sat on him for 5 rounds and just a snooze fest. It was boring as hell. I think even Jack knew, I've lost this as it went on to round 3. You could tell on his face, he was just like, really? Do I have to go in there for another 2 rounds? Not saying he gave up, but when you've got the pound-for-pound best fighter on you in Islam, he's moving up, he's at a proper weight class where he's not weight drained. Yeah, it's a handful. It's a really, really handful. But keys to victory for Jack, I'm not going to say any because this fight is that 50-50 for me. I just don't know who's going to win. I'm going to be. I'll say now, I'm rooting for Jack. I'll happily admit that. I love Carlos Prates as well, but when it comes to these two, I've got to go with Jack. But let's get into Carlos Prates, ranked number 5 at welterweight. He's 23 wins with 7 losses, 18 big wins by knockout, 3 by submissions, and 10 first-round finishes. Once again, Carlos Prates comes with that kind of Muay Thai kickboxer style. And, his leg kicks are brutal. His power is amazing. Inside the UFC so far, Carlos Prates has just been a treat. Knockout highlight after highlight after highlight. It's awesome. His big wins, last time out, a former champion in Leon Edwards, just absolutely destroyed him. I was quite... When they announced that matchup, Edwards v Prates, I was like, oh, God, don't derail Prates' come up in that with Leon. And wow, round 2 starts and then Carlos Prates just big backhand and boom, that's all she wrote. And then he also got another stellar knockout, one of the best KOs we've seen him recently against Jeff Neal, spinning back elbow to knock Neal out cold. Who else did he fought? He fought the Li Jingliang. Li Jingliang is not on the level of all these guys I've mentioned. I'll happily admit that. But the thing what makes this impressive, Li Jingliang, the Leech, never been knocked out, anything like that. Carlos Prates comes in, and I think it was his fourth fight inside the UFC, and knocks him out cold. Impressive stuff there. And then obviously Neil Magny. Look, listen, every up and coming welterweight goes against Neil Magny. Of course, they're going to knock him out. He knocked him out cold, and Carlos Prates' only loss inside the UFC, though, is to Ian Machado Gary. Listen, Ian Gary's good. We all know that. We're not going to deny Ian Gary is that. We're not going to say he's bad at all. We all, as much as people don't like him, he is really good. So I'll say that. But this fight is just going to be amazing. I've already said it. I'm going to say it again. Stay tuned for this one, guys. My predictions, like I said, I don't have how I think someone's going to win. I just think we're going to get a 5-round war between two really good strikers. Listen, Carlos Prates could completely knock him out. Jack Della Maddalena could drain his stamina with body shots and then KO him in the later. Who knows? I don't know. It's going to be a treat. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going with JDM with a decision just for the sake of it. I'm backing JDM and that. But listen, let me know what you guys think on the main event for Perth. Let me know if you're excited, as like I am. I'm buzzing for this fight. Let me know who you think is going to win. If you think it's going to end in a knockout, this, that, whatever. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're at 95 subscribers now. We're 5 more away from 100. So if you've got this far into the video, make sure to drop a subscribe. It'd be much appreciated for all MMA and boxing content and that. And I will see you soon. Enjoy the show Saturday, guys.